What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Now, we've rebranded the whole website, so we hope you like it. Now, if you think the Undertaker intro is gone, it's not. It's just that different videos will have different intros. But anyway, let us know what you think of the rebranding in the comments down below. But join us now as Wrestlelamia looks at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including a wrestler no-showing because of his concerns of COVID-19, who won this week's Wednesday Night War, Batista blasts Trump, Undertaker talks ending his career, WWE opposing Trademarks for the revival, the alternative and dark ending to the Hornswoggle is Vince's son storyline, and did Vince tell a WWE superstar to learn English? Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling video. Now let's get into the news. Our first story looks at a WWE superstar who missed a taping due to COVID-19 concerns. Now, according to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, WWE Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn was originally scripted to be part of the show. However, he no-showed the tapings. Now, there are certainly conflicting reports regarding whether wrestlers are forced to work during this COVID-19 pandemic. One anonymous wrestler reportedly told that wrestlers are forced to work during this pandemic, while others have reported that no one is forcing anybody and wrestlers can opt to not show up. Now, Zayn has not appeared on WWE television since night 1 of WrestleMania 36, which was taped a couple of days before it aired. This is where he retained the title over Daniel Bryan. Now, it's currently unsure when Zayn will return, but even though America has now reopened, the dangers still exist. But the question is, how long will SmackDown be able to go without its Intercontinental Champion? If Zayn doesn't return for weeks on end, will they strip the belt from him and give it to someone who appears weekly? Should they do that? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, who won this week's Wednesday Night War? The AEW picked up its second ratings win in a row after NXT scored 2 weekly wins, but both Dynamite and NXT saw their ratings decrease again. PW Insider's Dave Shearer is reporting that the 29th April edition of AEW did 693,000 overnight viewers. Sadly, this is down from 731,000 overnight viewers from last week. NXT did 637,000 overnight viewers, but again, even that was down from last week's 665,000 overnight viewers. While both shows were down in total viewers, AEW improved in the ever-important 18 to 49 demographic. The Wrestling Observer Figure 4 Online's Paul Fontaine noted that the show averaged a 0.27 rating in the 18 to 49 demo, up 8%. It's the show's best number in that category since March 25th. Dynamite would finish 16th on the night of cable, and this has been the best showing since the move to closed-set shows. Unfortunately, the numbers weren't good for NXT, which fell out of the top 50 for the 5th time in the last 6 weeks, averaging a 0.16 rating, down 11% from last week. NXT is promising a loaded show next week as Dynamite airs its first live show in some time. Which show are you planning on to watch? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, The Undertaker talks ending his career. The Phenom has been vague about when he will finally retire from the squared circle, but some comments from the Taker on his WWE special The Last Ride has Ringside News' Felix Upton and Diamond Dave Meltzer speculating when this might be and that it may have already happened. If you watched the special, the Phenom explained, "I'm gonna go out with a match fitting The Undertaker. That's what separates being good, great, and being a legend." The Wrestling Observer contained an interesting aside too. There's a lot of talk that The Undertaker wanted to retire on a good note because he's had these bad matches. If that's the case, this would be the way to retire. Now, do you guys think we've seen the last of the dead man, or can fans expect at least one more match? Next up, Batista hauls off on Donald Trump. And WWE Hall of Famer-elect Dave Batista recently roasted WWE Hall of Famer Donald Trump on social media. The animal tweeted, "Donald Trump, you're all propaganda. You're a childish, manipulative, wannabe dictator, and anyone with a brain cell in their head isn't buying it anymore. You've exposed yourself too many times. Over 60,000 Americans died on your watch. #FakePresident. It should prove interesting whether the former host of Celebrity Apprentice actually responds. We doubt it." Next up, Kevin Dunn unloads WWE stock. It looks like Kevin Dunn has sold some of his WWE stock, as Heel by Nature is reporting, WWE Executive Vice President of Television Production Kevin Dunn has sold over $1 million in WWE stock. According to a SEC filing on 29th April, Dunn sold 33,000 Class A shares in World Wrestling Entertainment at $45.36 a share. The value of the stock is approximately $1,496,000. Next up, Bret Hart gives Shawn Spears his permission to use his finisher. Now, if you caught the last episode of Dynamite, you'll recall Shawn Spears using Bret Hart's sharpshooter submission finisher to defeat his opponent. Now, for those who think that he stole the move from the Hitman, Spears tweeted, "For those commenting a while back, I sent a text to Bret asking a question. He told me, go for it, it works. Tonight, as Jericho mentioned, I paid tribute to a Canadian icon by winning via the sharpshooter. It just makes sense. Mine now, love you, Bret." Spears reaching out to Bret Hart is a classy move, but did Spears reach out to Sting, whose Scorpion Deathlock closely resembles the sharpshooter? Next up, WWE is opposing trademarks for the revival. The WWE has filed opposition papers to trademark applications by Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood, aka The Revolt, who worked in the WWE as Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson as The Revival. According to Wrestling Inc.'s Mark Middleton, The Revolt filed to trademark No Flips Just Fists back on Tuesday, February 18th of this year for merchandise and general pro wrestling entertainment use. WWE filed to oppose the trademarks earlier today, just 2 days after the name was eligible for opposition. WWE previously filed to trademark No Flips Just Fists on Monday, February 24th. That is the same as the Revolt's term filed for on February 18th, just without the comma. They also filed opposition to the Revolt applications for hashtag FTRKO and Say Yeah. The WWE's opposition to these trademarks, as well as applications by AEW's Cody Rhodes, should make for interesting court battles, as all parties will likely fight tooth and nail to prevail. Next up, Cody Rhodes discusses Zack Ryder in AEW. Now, fans are wondering whether Matt Cardona, aka former WWE superstar Zack Ryder, will get signed by All Elite Wrestling, especially since he's close friends with AEW Executive Vice President Cody Rhodes. During an Instagram Q&A, the American Nightmare explained,
"That guy's the best, and he's got, I think, over 2 million followers on Twitter and over 1 million followers on Instagram, so very broad influence, incredibly famous, more famous than a great deal of guys out there, but that doesn't always translate, and probably the thing that Zach or Matt, the biggest hurdle he'll face is his friendship with me. So this can't be all friends wrestling, you know, you've got to handle it the best way. If you put on that Nightmare Family jacket, you've got a massive bullseye on your back, just in the locker room alone. It's a total heat seeker. But I am really looking forward to what he does next, because I think he's going to turn a lot of heads. I definitely think and hope our paths will cross down the road. That guy's just entering wrestler prime, which for those of you who don't know it, men's wrestler prime is 35 to 40.
As we recently reported, Zack Ryder could be sporting a new look. Could he be debuting this look in All Elite Wrestling? We hope so, as he'll be massively over in the promotion. Next up, did Vince McMahon tell Andrade to learn English? The current United States champion Andrade has enjoyed a solid push over the last few months, and it may have to do with him learning English. WrestleTalk's Andy Datson noted that, according to Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful, he has confirmed that Andrade was told by Vince McMahon that if he wanted to be pushed on the main roster, he would need to learn English. Initial rumors that this had happened started in May 2019, and it appears the rumors were very much true. Now, we aren't sure if we believe this story, as Andrade hasn't exactly been setting the world on fire with his English language skills and promos. We do believe he has a bit of pulling power now that he's dating Charlotte Flair. Still, that takes nothing away from his phenomenal athleticism, so maybe he just freaking deserves a push because of that. Next up, Braun Strowman helps out Orlando healthcare workers. A kudos to current Universal Champion Braun Strowman, who recently tweeted a video revealing that he's providing complimentary meals to Orlando's health medical workers. Strowman reportedly provided 1,000 meals for local healthcare workers, so bravo to him. Next up, the alternative ending to Hornswoggle is Vince's son storyline. A former WWE writer Brian Gertwitz recently shared a potential finale for the storyline where the WWE Universe learned Hornswoggle was Mr. McMahon's long-lost son. Gertwitz tweeted a copy of the proposed storyline finale saying, "Hornswoggle dilemma. Have Vince say to Hornswoggle that we're going for a ride as Vince stuffs Hornswoggle into a pillowcase." Have a camera standing on the bridge, and the audience sees Vince throw Hornswoggle out the window of his limousine and over the bridge railing. Hornswoggle plummets to his death. I know it's morbidly and highly unlikely ever to be used, but I think it's something that a fed-up Mr. McMahon could resort to after trying for so long to get rid of him. According to Gerwitz, he found the proposed storyline while cleaning out his closet. He added that it's likely the proposed story made it to Vinnie Mac. If it had, it wouldn't have surprised us if Vince McMahon went ahead with it. And finally, Boneyard match replica dirt available for sale. Last but not least, fans may recall the WWE selling a limited edition collectible consisting of a framed photograph from The Undertaker and AJ Styles' highly acclaimed WrestleMania 36 match, complete with dirt from the set. Yeah, again, dirt. Priced at $75 effing dollars, the item might be too high for some fans' budget, but fear not, as an enterprising fan has come up with his own alternative for fans on a budget. According to Ringside News, a fan is selling WWE Boneyard merch replica dirt with a photo of The Undertaker at WrestleMania on eBay. The listing reportedly states, "This is not real dirt used in the Boneyard match at WrestleMania, but is an exact replica. This comes with an 8x10 photo of The Undertaker in the Boneyard match at WrestleMania and a baggie of the replica dirt." This is definitely just gotta be one huge joke, or at least I hope it is. But there you have it guys, the wildest news stories and rumours you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.